There you go.
I'm not sure exactly what they meant by that. A while ago I was calling me, but apparently I'm not in.
There you go.
That could happen,
Mm-hmm.
The fish said, I thought I was off the hook, but you caught me underwater.
Ah.
The bass's weight was off the scale.
There you. That's a good one.
Yeah, he waited for weeks.
Uh-huh.
And you heard about the man whose hat was found floating.
No.
And so was his boat.
Right.
Yeah. And the fish told the fisherman, I just wish I'd kept my mouth shut.
That would have helped, yeah.
Yeah, I've had that experience myself.
Yeah, me too.
And there was a cow that had 4 calves,
Mm-hmm.
one on each leg.
That makes sense.
I remember one time, one of my school teachers
Mm-hmm.
asked us to use the word department, like a department store. Use the word department.
Right.
Yeah. So I wrote, the department he had hair. The department he had hair.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, the old hen drove a brand new coupe.
Brand new coupe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, brand new coupe.
Right.
Yeah. I have a little thing I'd like to share with you,
Sure.
if I may,
Yes,
on
sir.
the spirit side. A good many years ago, a niece of mine, Gloria Rosser, went into a severe coma,
Mm-hmm.
and I was praying for her. She was only in her mid-40s, and as I prayed for her, I heard the Holy Spirit say, open the book. So I just randomly flipped the Bible open, and there was scripture lit up. It was Luke chapter 9, verse 52. And I read the verse that was standing up, and it said, weep not. She is not dead, but sleepeth. End quote.
Right.
And she awoke and lived for over 5 more years.
Okay.
That's another way God speaks to us.
That's true.
That was, you just knew she was coming out of it, and she did. And that was Gloria Rosser.
Okay. Well, thank you for sharing that with us.
I wanted to share that. Maybe her daughter might be listening. I hope she is. Anyway, if anybody'd like to share an experience with me or ask questions or whatever, my phone number is 414-0096. 414-0096. And I hope to have a few words with you tomorrow, if I might.
Hope so, Henry.
All
Thanks
right,
for calling in this morning.
Y'all have a wonderful day.
You too. Take care, Henry.
All right. God bless.
Bless you.
Bye.
Bye. All right, Henry Fulcher checking in. So Noah was tied up this weekend with his sick loved one. John, what did you have going on this weekend?
Some good, some bad.
I hear you.
Got to see family for the weekend, had some fun, watched some movies.
Was that the good and the bad? Seeing your family?
No, I'm just going through the good right now.
Oh, okay.
Squid Game new season came out. It was all right. Wouldn't say it was the best. It was all right. And then the bad was bad.
Oh.
So
How bad can we? I mean, come on. How bad
don't
could
ask
it
a man
possibly
well-
be?
all right.
You
You
gotta
may
give
not
us
want to
a-
delve into it.
Okay, Sean, you don't have to delve into this if you don't want to.
Put it this way. My fiance and I, we got a message about how we needed to pick my grandparents up from the store like immediately. We knew no context
Sure.
whatsoever. Just pick us up now.
Yeah.
All right, just let me straighten up. Sean, we need you now. All right, just give me like 2 seconds, get to the car and everything now.
Okay.
So get over there, get the staples and everything.
They were at Staples,
They were at Staples.
like the office supplies.
Yeah,
Staples?
office
Okay.
supplies. My grandfather.
There's another
needed
place
to,
called Staples I'm not aware of.
You know, John, there might be.
Oh.
There very likely is.
He needed new printer ink
Okay.
because his regular one was running out, and he's like Lions Club person and everything, so they have to print out new
Sure,
stuff almost
yeah.
every time they have a meeting. But what ended up happening was a young new driver. When they were stopped at a stop sign, somehow they sped so fast that it messed up the entire grill of my grandfather's car. They ended up being okay, but I ended up thinking it was going to end up being like significantly worse. Like I sped over there because they made it sound urgent. They made it sound like you need to get over here immediately.
Yeah.
So I sat there going like, oh God, somebody's hurt. They called the ambulance or something and they're not showing up or something like that. And the convenient thing about me being there is
You have to
The
buy
rest-
some paper clips.
no, nothing like that.
Staples.
The rest of my family was out on vacation. The rest of my family is like out at the beach and everything right now. My dad was at work, so my grandparents said that it was like one of the best coincidences that I happened to be home that weekend because originally I wasn't even going to be home that weekend. So they got me. I picked them up, no problem. We had to wait forever for the cop to show up. They got like 2 calls and it took them over an hour to just get over there despite being aware. And we got like an assistant guy who didn't really do very much besides say like, oh yeah, this is where you go to get it towed. I think the person who hit them got a ticket. Like we saw them write out a bunch of papers and everything, give it to them, where my grandparents got nothing. They were just told like, take it to tow, but if you can't drive it, then just park it somewhere in the store right now and we'll get it settled. So I don't know what's going on for the weekend, but like that's kind of how that went.
Yeah.
Then after that, it was just a kind of slow day yesterday until I decided to like come home,
Okay. Well.
or not come home, come back to
Yeah.
Farmville.
So the bad was your grandparents kind of got into a little fender bender ish.
Yeah, went to attend to that, and then crazy thing about it is they've always said like, Sean, if your car gets hit, our insurance goes up. Don't do this, or our insurance is gonna go up. And I'd been pretty fine and everything. And I had said at one point, like, well, if anybody, I think it's gonna happen with like our grandfather. He's on the insurance too, and like I said that, and then lo and behold, and
It
ended up-
happens,
It
yeah.
happened. I felt bad. I didn't say anything. For
That would
a
have
while
been
because
that would have made things much worse.
yeah, no,
exponentially
no,
worse.
No. But I sat there.
I warned you guys about this happening
No, I waited
so many times.
They were surprisingly calm
Yeah.
for someone who has
Just gotten
had
a
that
little-
car since 2012, 2014.
Wow.
and
Wow.
has like the entire grill of it like destroyed. We think it's going to end up getting totaled or
Yeah.
something else. But he
Jeez.
was. I think he was just glad he wasn't hurt. Grandmother wasn't hurt. Nobody
Yeah.
was really hurt in the situation.
That sounds yeah.
Mm.
Well, John, how was your weekend, man? You didn't talk about your
Man.
Hey, man.
Man.
Dude.
I hung out with the old WRVQ crew
Are you serious?
Saturday. Yeah, Dad. He was one of the people that was I won't say he put it together, but it was his idea.
little
I think,
shindig.
But somebody, yeah, we met at Red Lobster out on Broad Street in Richmond because that's the old stomping grounds
Yeah.
for meeting. And saw some people that I haven't seen probably in a year. People like Tom Ogburn, Bob Summers. Saw some people I had never met before. Bill Drake, who is in radio right now. He even knows about Flow. He was asking me about the old building and what it is now and all this. I told him it's residential as far as I know. It looks the same on the outside.
Nobody is broadcasting from inside there.
No, I wouldn't think so.
So you went to a little broadcaster's dinner, if you will, right? All right. Can I ask you where my invitation was, John? My invite? Did you send it to my email? Did I get an evite? Is it in my junk mail, John?
I think it's on your private MySpace.
My private.
I sent it to
MySpace.
MySpace.
Nah.
My face. I sent it to my face, and you couldn't find it.
Oh well, this sounds nice though, John. I'm glad you were able to catch up with some radio pals.
Well, I grew up with those guys.
Yeah.
I never
Of course.
worked at RVQ.
No.
But I went there a lot. And grew up listening, and it was fun. Listening to old war stories and
Yeah.
pranks and whatnot.
Did it inspire you to do pranks of your own? Maybe.
Oh yeah, always.
Okay.
Yeah,
Would you like to tell us some good stories of some good pranks?
Well, let's see. There was I can't do it verbatim, but the gist of the story was there was a bottom or downstairs production studio, and someone decided to basically hook that into the upstairs studio, which is the on-air studio, and put out this sound as the guy was on live and messing up him, and he doesn't know where it's coming from. He's got all the pots down, and it's still coming through and all this crazy stuff, and then all of a sudden a word is said.
What word?
Well, we can't do that here.
Okay.
Fudge.
Yeah.
But anyway, so stuff, just silly
Fun.
like
Old
sending
radio stuff, yeah.
beams of signal,
Yeah.
bouncing off buildings, crazy stories and fun stuff.
Sounds like it. Wow.
Impressionable youth like me, and hearing that as a kid and going,
Yeah.
someday I'll meet this kid and I can do this stuff to him.
Interesting. Well, that's interesting.
It is interesting.
I have to mention this. I am a
Is
very
it the Let's
excited.
Play music sample class?
It's actually not. But I did want to mention for the Call Flow show
Yes.
tomorrow,
Yes.
we're going to have special guest Carrie Mosler of Centra in Farmville, and also the Farmville Lions Club. She's going to be joining Call Flow tomorrow to talk about the free little library at the Lions Club Park in town. So that's going to be kind of exciting. It's going to be exciting to learn a little bit more about that and hear what's going on with the Lions Club and everything. So just want to make a mention of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So.
Anything else?
No, I mean, I'm glad you were able to eat Red Lobster. I heard they're closing a lot of those down, so
Supposedly, this one has
done fairly well.
done all right, I
Yeah.
guess, because it's still there. It's been there for years. Mm-hmm. But I have heard of some of the chains closing up. Yeah, the
shutting
Let's
them
Play
down.
music sample class. That's happening today.
Wow. All right.
Later today, 5:30 to 6:15. That's the Longwood Center for Community Music. Have you ever been there?
Yes.
Have you ever been there, Sean? No. That's 201 High Street, Farmville. And the price is right. It's free.
Wow.
Bring your child, ages 4 through 7, so Noah, you just slide in, and you can try a free sample class. So you can tell us all about it. when
This
you
is
go.
really not funny, John. You got to be a little bit more creative.
Creative. Well, you can go to the Trivia Mondays at the Brew House. You want to do that? That's today. That's this evening. Have you ever done this, Sean?
No.
Trivia night?
Never been
No.
to a trivia night?
The closest thing was at a Streets of New York in Las Vegas, which was like a pizza place and everything. They occasionally had trivia nights, but like because of the price or whatever, I don't think we actually participated in it. We were just asked the questions, and then I would like talk about it and everything. I'd also say like the most accurate I've ever been on anything trivia related might be like watching an episode of Family Feud and guessing a good amount of the answers.
Sorry, John's got his tin can full of change. He's gonna go out on the
It's
street.
not change.
today.
Well, it's pocket
Yeah.
change. But anyway,
Spare change.
spare change.
Spare change.
So anyway, that's 7 o'clock tonight. Goes till about 9. Brew House, 201 North Main Street, Farmville.
Well, there. I mean, that's something.
That's
you
free,
can do.
too.
Yeah, that's cool. That's very cool.
Hey, first place winner receives a $25 e-gift card.
All right. Well,
And second place receives a $10 e-gift card.
I gotta do it now. I gotta
There
do
you
it.
go.
Yeah.
What
gift
type of
cards.
trivia do you specialize in?
I specialize in the
No name music that no one knows?
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah. I've watched Jeopardy, and I've got some of the questions. right.
Jeopardy?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
I want to related to music, so I have a decent chance of maybe answering one question right the whole night.
Okay. Well, good.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you've got all of what? Just a few more minutes
Yo,
before we
yeah,
do
we
our
got a
bottom
few-
of the hour stuff here.
Well, yes, indeed, John. That is correct.
By the way, it's 434
Oh, okay.
394 0924 if you'd like to take
Thanks for bringing that
part.
up.
Yeah, might as well.
Open phone lines. Yeah,
Open for you.
open phone lines for us.
Yeah, open for business.
I hear it ringing in there, but I don't see the thing flashing.
Well, it takes a second, but
It takes a second.
434-394-0924. They may have called.
86709.
John, did you switch the phone lines over from the church service?
I did. Well, that's how we were able to get Henry.
Oh, that's true. We did get Henry.
Die.
Okay, well, all right. You have not done that before, so just clarify.
Because I saw the two phones ringing, but I don't see the.
It's a show about nothing. The Call Flow Show.
Okay,
You can reach the Call Flow
Hey.
Morning Show at
Hey, all right.
434-394-0924. They're ready to believe you.
We are.
Thanks, John. For
You're
that.
welcome.
Paul
No, don't thank
Barlow.
me. Thank Paul.
Okay,
Paul
thanks,
Barlow. Yeah.
Appreciate that, Paul.
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 Peter, Paul, and Mary.
That's a great band. It's a great band. John, so you had some problems. You were trying to buy Subway a couple of days ago, but they wouldn't accept your gift card. Do you want to talk about that?
That's just my typical luck.
Yeah, so what happened? You walked in, you placed your order. I'm assuming you ordered a turkey, something turkey,
Yeah.
all right?
Okay.
And you were at the checkout.
Mm-hmm.
And then what happened?
Card didn't work.
You gave him a card. It was brand new.
Yeah, it was
it was
brand
still
new.
in the packaging.
Right.
We got another call coming.
For some reason or another.
I don't think they're calling in at the
Nah,
number
they're
they
calling.
needed to call.
Yeah, the number to call is
Trying to reach
434-394-0924. Matter of fact, let's do it official one more time. What is that number, Paul?
You can reach the Call Flow Morning Show
yes.
at 434-394-0924.
There you go.
They're ready to believe you.
I'm ready.
Separate phone numbers. They're not like.
Correct. Correct. We have two different.
Well, it's kind of like at home. Our number was like a number off from Dairy Freeze.
Yep.
So a lot of times we got Dairy Freeze calls. Yeah, I'd like to order a scrimp box, and I would go, what?
Scrimp?
Yeah, scrimp.
What is your wrong? What happened?
Scrimp.
What is that?
It's a little fishy thing. Scrimp.
Shrimp?
Yeah, that's it.
What? Okay. You know what?
Do you want a scrimp box? I can call one in for you if you want.
people
Comes
come up
with fries
crazy
and a
names
roll.
at Restaurants all the time.
What's that?
People come up with crazy names for basic foods at restaurants like all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Scrimp? Like scrimp?
Let's see here. I think Outback Steakhouse, if you wanted to get like a kid's steak or something, it was like Steakaroo on the Barbie or something
you
like
go.
that. Like,
Yeah.
like
We got a steakaroo on the bobby. Yeah, sorry.
or a golden
I
medallion.
can't do an Australian accent. If it's
You sure can't.
Is that your Australian?
We need to do one of these things over here. So what we need to do is some bottom of the hour stuff like
Yes, we
OFA.
do.
Yeah, no, I'm just kidding. That's coming and gone. No, we're doing the weather first, and then it's the birthdays. Brought to you by. I'm going to do this right now.
Sure, yeah.
The weather is brought to you by. You got to get official with this. The Bank of Charlotte County.
Hello, I'm Stuart Wilborn, manager of the Bank of Charlotte County Loan Office in downtown Farmville. I invite you to call or come by and see me about your loan needs. Whether it's time to purchase investment property, build your dream house, expand your business, or purchase timberland or farmland, you will find old school personal assistance with attention to detail. Stop by our office at 216 North Main Street or call us at 391-1136. The Bank of Charlotte County, giving you more for your banking needs. Member FDIC and Equal Housing Lender.
All right, weather for today. Let's see how much it's changed the last 5 times I've read it this morning. And as of right now, we've got a still 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. A high today near 92. Heat index values as high as 101 with a calm wind becoming south 5 to 8 miles per hour. And as far as rainfall amounts, less than 1/10 of an inch. Then tonight, 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms. A low around 73 with a south wind 6 to 8 miles per hour. Amounts less than 1/10 of an inch. Tuesday, 80% chance of showers and thunderstorms. A high near 90 with a southwest wind 8 to 11 miles per hour. And as far as rainfall amounts, between 1/10 and 1/4 of an inch. Then Tuesday night, it's a 80% chance of showers, thunderstorms. A low around 70 with a southwest wind 3 to 6 miles per hour. And rainfall amounts between 1/4 and 1/2 inch possible. Wednesday, 30% chance of showers, thunderstorms, a high near 89, light and variable wind. Rainfall amounts less than 1/10 of an inch. And then Wednesday night, partly cloudy with a low around 68. Right now in Farmville, we have, I think I'm going to refer to this one because it updates it more often, it seems like. Let's see, as far as we got 85% humidity and winds are at 5 miles per hour, mostly cloudy skies here in Farmville, 79 here at WFLO, the Bank of Charlotte County with branch locations in Phoenix, Charlotte Courthouse, Brookneal, and their loan office in downtown Farmville. The birthday calendar brought to you by Terry Atkins Wilson, PC.
The law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, is located at 117 North Main Street in downtown Farmville. With deep roots in Farmville and our surrounding communities, Terry and her legal staff specialize in real estate law, wills and trusts, and business formations. Experience and professionalism are extended to every customer in every case. The needs and concerns of every customer are their primary focus. If you have legal needs, contact the law office of Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, for a consultation at 434-392-1422.
And with those birthdays, possible anniversaries for today, Monday, June 30th, I present to you Noah Massa.
Oh, thank you, Joe.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Appreciate it. That's wow. Wow, what an intro, John. What an intro. All right. Okay.
Got a lot of fawns going on
All right.
today.
So today, where are we? We're on the 30th, the last possible day of the month. Sorry to see June go so soon, guys.
I heard the other day we're about halfway through the year right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Starting off the birthday list, we have Raymond Lee of Cumberland, and we also have Shirley Longhorse. Sorry. I thought it was an O. It says an A. It's an A. So I'm going to go with Langhorne.
That sounds right.
All right, of Cumberland.
Not Longhorse, but Langhorne, yeah.
Shirley Langhorne, sorry. And Raymond Lee of Cumberland. All right, that's the birthdays for today, John.
Langhorne, yeah.
Yeah. You should take a stab at it, too. So if somebody calls up and these are wrong. There you go, Joe. Just double check that list.
Langhorne.
Right here.
The one that was left outside our door when I got here this morning.
Very cool. Very nice.
Yeah, Raymond Lee of Cumberland.
Then
Shirley Langhorne.
It's
of
Langhorne.
Cumberland. Langhorne.
Langhorne, my bad. Okay.
It's okay. June 30th.
Not
These are the only ones you had?
That's all,
Nothing
all I
on
got,
the other calendar?
That's all I got today, John.
There's
That's
none
all.
on that other calendar?
No.
Well, interesting. Okay, well,
That's all I got today.
there we go.
all
Did you
the
want to
birthdays.
mention how they can get their names on?
Sure, they can call in 434-394-0924. They can also email us at birthdays@wflo.net, or they can go to our website under the on-air mentions page and submit birthdays directly from our website. So there you go.
Perfect Barbara Streisand. Congratulations.
All right, okay. Hey.
You Barbara Streisand very well. For the right legal advice, visit Terry Atkins Wilson, PC, Main Street, Farmville. Are we going to throw something?
No, not at all.
Like a temper tantrum or
A temperature.
Still got that rapper, John?
The rapper?
The rapper.
Yeah.
You got the rapper?
No, I threw the.
Well, your Coca-Cola can is still right there.
No,
You
mate,
got something?
no, mate, I threw that paper away as well
Yeah.
as this here. There's your Australian accent.
All right, there you
Now
go.
you like them apples. All right, so it's 8:36. What do you want to do now?
Well, let's mention the phone lines are open right now. 434-394.
You might want to do that.
0924 is the number to call into the Great Call Flow radio show. John Staten, also Sean Winder here as well, and me, Noah Massarge, keeping you company. Okay, all right. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad to hear you guys had a good weekend. You know, I just hope I don't get you sick at all, or I get myself sick. I don't think that's possible. I don't think it's a contagious sickness, but yeah. All right. Okay.
Maybe McDonald's will get you sick, but not.
McDonald's will flush you out.
I don't
Whatever
usually-
ails you.
You know, some people are like eating breakfast, John.
Right.
They don't want to hear about flushing.
While at the DMZ on this day in 2019,
Yeah,
do you know what happened?
What happened?
Your boy,
Yeah.
Donald Trump, walked into North Korea to greet its leader Kim Jong-un.
Kim
And-
Jong Un.
Thus becoming the first sitting U.S. president to visit that country.
Yeah.
First
Wow.
ever. Isn't that interesting?
Yeah.
What's that all about? First?
Didn't he do that during his last term too, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I guess he was still the first, I guess. I don't know. 1985, American swimmer Michael Phelps, the most decorated Olympic athlete ever, with 28 medals, was born on this day in 1985.
Wow. 28?
28, yeah.
Holy heck.
That'd be like just under 30.
That's wow.
Yeah, it's pretty good, isn't
That
it?
is really good. That's a lot.
All right, I'll do something more your way.
All right.
The National Organization for Women, NOW, was founded on this day in 1966 with the mission of promoting equal rights for women.
Yeah.
That floats your boat a little bit better there?
I don't know why you think it would float my boat
I don't know.
specifically, but
I'm just
yeah.
guessing here. 1937, the world's
Sean,
first.
Sean's smiling. Sean, do you have anything you want to say to the everybody
Oh, I think John was pretty on point there.
about the what?
We're collecting donations. I'll try to bring it back home. 1937, the world's first emergency telephone number, 999, there you go, was launched in London, England. That's what we did in London. Fucking not in London, no. Whatever the heck date it was, that's what we did.
good-
And
good
it was
stuff.
wonderful for the whole family.
Yeah.
And I've never taken a sober breath in my life.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Why is the stereotype that English people only drink all day? Like, why is it the stereotype?
I thought that was the Irish.
No,
I
that's
also
the
thought
Irish.
that was
too.
Irish.
No, but it's also English.
I can drink you under the table, me lad.
Right? They're always in like a stupor, right? They're always like,
I thought the England stereotype was that they're overly fancy, but also kind of like confrontational if
Yeah.
they're the guard. That's a stereotype I've always like. Seen.
The
That
problem
and
is I
toast.
just do my Dudley Moore voice, and Dudley Moore was known for that Arthur movie where he was drunk.
okay,
He was an alcoholic.
uh-huh.
And so the whole movie, he was doing this.
Sure.
It's just me doing
That's
that
just
voice.
you
That's
doing
it.
I-
And he happens
yeah.
to be British.
Sure.
Or
I'm not
was.
talking about your impression specifically. I'm just talking like the general.
Oh, I didn't. I'm
English.
like
I've
Sean. I
heard
didn't
that.
realize the English
Well,
got
I
paid.
might totally be off.
Okay.
No, because that sounds more like Irish.
That's Irish too, for sure. Yeah.
The sound of Irish laughter. All right. So 1936, American author Margaret Mitchell published Gone with the Wind, a sweeping romance set during the Civil War. And the novel later won a Pulitzer Prize and was adapted into a hugely successful film.
Yeah, weirdly enough, one of John's favorite movies.
Never actually sat and watched it. My sister, back in the day, loved it. But I have never actually. Clark Gable and Vivian Leigh, I believe. Never actually watched it. You know, the first first TV version of Superman, he was in that movie. George Reeves.
Wow.
Reeves. It's Christopher Reeve. They get it messed up all the time. It's Christopher Reeve. George Reeves was the first Superman on television. Not the first Superman in movies or anything.
Yeah. First one on television.
Kirk Allen or somebody like that was the first.
What
But
about Keanu Reeves?
He didn't do it, man. He wasn't gonna do it, dude. No, I think Bill and Ted when I think Keanu.
Excellent.
Yeah, excellent. Or Wayne's World, even though he wasn't technically in that. Those movies he's in now, do you guys watch those movies where he's like some sort of...
John Wick.
Yes.
I've seen the first one and I've seen the third one. My dad will not sit through the second one with me.
Okay.
Fourth one, I meant to watch the fourth one because the third one kind of ended on a cliffhanger,
Yeah.
but didn't really see that either.
Hmm.
And now they got another one called Ballerina, where it's like a spin-off
Ballerina.
of another character from that franchise.
Okay. Well, since Noah's at a loss for words, for
I've
some
seen
reason.
it. I've seen the first one, and I started watching the second one, which I never finished for some reason. I don't.
Just not into it.
I like the first one a lot. I thought the first one had a lot of good traits to it, but the second one, I don't know. It's like one of those things where it didn't need a sequel, in my opinion. It could have been fine with a standalone film.
Are you a fan of David Allen Greer? Mm-hmm. It's his birthday today. He's 69. I'm sorry.
We need to get one of those like things that you, what is
Like
it?
a clapper.
That too, yeah, like birthday. What is it called though? You know.
Well,
Okay. I'll
How about the Matrix? Did you watch that? I was trying.
I actually haven't.
You know, I've got it on DVD, and I've never actually sat and watched it. I mean, I've seen like clips of it, but I've never actually watched the movie. Yeah, actor David. They say actor, but he was a comedian. He was like in Living Color back in the day, with the Wayans and all that. Yeah, David Allen Greer turned 69. Your fun fact: can't currently be seen. Can, I guess, currently be seen on the new comedy St. Denis Medical.
wow.
And there's your long distance dedication. Actor Vincent, I can't say it. Turned 66 today. Mike Tyson's birthday is today. And we got something I could bring up about Sean and Mike Tyson. So he turns 59 today, and his middle name is Gerard. Did not know that. So, I understand you can beat Mike Tyson's Punch-Out blindfolded. Is that true? Yes or no?
I did do it once.
Okay.
If you were to ask me to do it on command, it's been about 3 or 4 years since I've done it, so I'd have to kind of reteach myself certain methods. But,
So you weren't
yes.
practicing to do it, you just did it on the fly at some point?
I practiced like specific fights. It's
Mm.
just a matter of like, because it's been so long, because there's a very specific method, especially to Mike Tyson. Like that's the hardest one because
You're
he's
right.
completely random.
Yeah.
Then like, no, I wouldn't be able to do that on the fly. The fight before him, that's also one thing where like he's random, but you can guess and still like beat that because it's a
Okay.
matter of like just dodge to the left or the right
Yeah.
and hope for the best.
And every time Mike hits you, you go down, right?
For the first minute and a half, yes.
So you got to get just past that point.
Yeah, like stall him until you get to that point, and then every punch after that won't knock you down immediately.
So there is no pattern to his swinging or anything like that. Interesting.
No, not really, but you can bait him into doing stuff. Like
Okay.
if you keep punching him and he keeps blocking until you go tired, then there is a consistent thing that he does in that scenario.
Now, how were you playing that? Because that game dates all the way back to the old Nintendo system.
My father, one Christmas when I was about 8 years old, got Super Punch-Out for Super Nintendo.
Okay.
So I played that.
I got you.
Looked up videos on YouTube, found out they had a Wii game. So then I started playing the Wii game a bit. Then one time I looked up Punch-Out, and then Mike Tyson's Punch-Out came up on YouTube, and I watched like an entire run through of the game and thought, this is pretty cool. But I only had like the Mr. Dream version, the Mr. Dream version that was like on re-releases and stuff like that. And it took years before the original Nintendo got fixed because my dad's was not in the best shape. But I got like a
Right.
friend from high school to like fix it up, and he did it for free because it was like holiday time and everything. So it got fixed up, and then a few months down the line, my cousin and I are at a Second and Charles. We find a Mike Tyson copy for only $40.
Ah.
And since I was already looking for that one specifically, because I wanted the original one, not the remakes and stuff,
Right.
I got pretty far, but you can only go so far on the flat screen TVs. So then the next thing that happened was my cousin and I, we found a old school CRT, or other people know it as like the boxy TV. It was only $5 at this antique store. It just didn't have a remote. So I got that, walked out with it, got a remote separately, got much further in the game, got all the way up to Mike Tyson. Then I beat Tyson because it's easier to see it coming on there than the flat screen. And then I just started consistently beating him with my eyes open. Then it came to the blindfolded thing, which was significantly harder.
So you had to really work at it.
Yeah.
He was training like Little Mac, John.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Were you Little Mac? Did you
No.
picture yourself as Little Mac?
When I was
What was your favorite game? Duck Hunt?
no.
Okay. Actress Monica Potter turns 54 today, in case you were wondering.
No,
Shit.
nobody was.
No? How about Molly Parker? She turns 53. No?
Phone lines are
Maybe
open,
I'll
by the way.
get to somebody you like.
434-394-0924. You can call into the Call Flow radio show.
Wait a minute. Do it official.
Call Flow Morning Show
Yeah, do
at
this.
434-394-0924. They're ready to believe you.
Man,
Don't you realize? Wow. There you go.
So what was your favorite NES game, Noah? You talk about the
it's
NES.
Too hard to say. I like a lot of them. Castlevania, Simon's Quest, the second one. That's my favorite. Don't ask me why.
I had that game.
Yeah, I know you did. We talked about it a little bit. Mm-hmm. It's a terrible game. The game's actually broken fundamentally in the coding, I believe. You had to buy Nintendo Power to even progress a little bit. And I'm not saying NES games aren't cryptic, because they are. But this game was just cheap and just unapologetic in its horribleness. So there you go. That's
It's a show about nothing.
hey,
Flow
okay. All right. Call in. Somebody stop John from firing off these terrible sound effects. Now
They're not terrible.
it's good. It's good. Paul Barlow.
It's Paul Barlow.
I think Noah wants to hear Taylor.
I think don't play the Taylor tone. Don't play the Taylor tone. Look, we only got a few minutes of show left.
Yeah.
People just want to have a nice morning.
Right.
That's all. That's John. Don't play the Taylor tone.
Okay, well. Then,
I mean-
then play.
Okay.
You want to talk about Kevin Costner fun facts? I mean,
Sure. Well, what are some fun facts about Kevin Costner? And
well, let's go find out.
all right. Okay.
Let's go in the merry land of finding out. Well, we can't because I clicked on it and it doesn't seem to want to do it. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, by the way, I did want to mention this. Mel Brooks had a
He's going to
birthday
be a guest? Oh.
over this weekend. He had a
Oh.
birthday.
Oh, okay.
And also John Cusack. I know two of your favorite people. I like those two people as well. You don't like Mel Brooks, John?
He's all right. I like him
Young
better than
Frankenstein?
Cusack.
Yeah.
Koozie.
What's your problem with John?
Yeah, not a big fan. He's all right. He was that guy that held the radio over his head in the 80s. And
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
He stole his name and he wants it back.
That sounds about
Here's
right.
your 15 things you might not know about Kevin Costner. Are you ready?
Yeah.
I'm not. He's from the West Coast. He's a college grad. He was inspired by a famous actor. I'm not really getting anything here that's like world renowned here. Yeah. This is what we call clickbait. That's what that was. I didn't see anything that was like, oh, he's from the West Coast. I would have not known that. I mean, most actors come from the West Coast. Yeah, we do. Someone's going to put us out of our misery here. Good morning. You're on the Call Flow radio show.
Good morning. Could you please play the Taylor sound effect?
Oh, I don't know. Noah's already fit to be tied this morning.
I'm not fit to be tied. And second of all, John,
Yo.
there's only 3 people in the world who enjoy this tone.
And they are.
And they're all here right now, and I'm not one of them. There you go. All right. Just Have fun with it, John.
I just,
It's great.
I'm giving the audience what they want.
Play it fast and mix it up.
Play what? I didn't catch what you said. Play what?
Play it real fast like a remix.
Oh, real fast?
Like a remix.
Just keep clicking a bunch of times over and over.
Oh, I see. I'm afraid the system might get hung up. We'll just have Taylor tone all day long. There you go.
That was great.
Very quick, fast action there. Speaking of, did you notice Taylor spells her name Taylar?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah. So,
Taylor.
yeah. Is that how you should say it?
No.
No.
Okay. Well, sir, how are you? How was your weekend and all that good stuff?
It was nice.
Nice. Did you do anything fun or just had a relaxing weekend?
I went to the Flying Squirrels game yesterday and heard a friend of mine from
I heard the flying squirrels part and something about hanging out with a friend.
I heard a friend from my school
Heard a friend from high school. Something.
sing the national anthem.
Oh, sing the
a-
national anthem.
A friend of
Ooh.
yours from high school actually sung the national anthem.
And he's fascinating. He does not have arms. He plays the guitar with his feet.
Plays the guitar with his teeth.
His feet.
Oh, his feet.
Yes.
Ah. Stomping renditions of guitar playing there. Cool.
Yeah.
Now, was he playing the guitar or just singing the anthem?
Both.
Both.
He played and sang.
Okay.
Yes.
Interesting. And did you go mainly to see him or?
I was going anyway.
Oh.
I didn't know that he was going to do that.
Oh, so that was a complete surprise that you actually saw your friend doing that.
Yep.
Wow. That's
Yep.
cool. And he brought the house down.
Oh, he did.
Well, good. That's not always an easy gig for some people.
Now, did you ever sing the national anthem when you were in a band?
No, never any reason for that. The only thing I've ever witnessed was, I guess the Stones. I think at one point in time, you go see them and they'd play Hendrix's version of it, but I mean they were playing it on the monitors. But as far as
Are you
no,
going to play that on the Friday party this week since Friday is July 4th?
I have been tempted to play that version sometimes, but I have yet. I don't know. I may have done it once or twice on the lunch break show, but that's probably a good idea. I might do that.
And Living in America by James Brown.
James,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
play
always
that.
that's a go-to. And then you got Neil Diamond. We're coming to America. One of Noah's personal favorites.
Oh yeah.
Noah likes Neil Diamond.
What's that?
Noah likes Neil Diamond.
Noah is Neil Diamond.
Huge, big fan. Big fan.
He looks more like Ray Stevens, though, if you ask me.
Thanks, John.
I mean,
For curiosity's sake, was Noah carried out of this Flying Squirrels game too?
No, he was not. Nobody
sad.
was.
he's been banned from the games. So did the Squirrels win?
No, they lost 5-3.
Ooh. Who were they playing?
The Reading Fighting Phillies,
Mm-hmm.
the minor league of the Philadelphia Phillies.
Okay. And who are the Squirrels farm team for? I mean, who are they for?
The San Francisco Giants.
Interesting. Wasn't
Yes.
I just remember when it was Richmond Braves, obviously for the Atlanta Braves. I remember back in the day, that was what that was. But I never knew about this, who the Squirrels farmed, who they were the minor league for. Interesting.
Now, Sean, you had the most interesting weekend, it sounds like, out of the three of you, getting to have dinner with all the radio guys.
Well, technically it was lunch, but yeah, it's in because I just kind of sit there and listen. I don't really chime in with someone unless I say, hey, tell them the one about kind of thing. Like they would back in the day, everything was on cart, nothing was on computer at that point in time, and there was a sound effect they would play, and they would get reprimanded for it every once in a while, and somebody. Not only did the PD see it at one point in the studio, they got the audacity to label this thing and leave it right there where the other carts are. The other thing was somebody went to this guy and said, hey, so-and-so has the you-know-what cart. And he goes, no, he's got a you-know-what cart. And so, meaning there was multiple.
Another, multiple.
Yeah.
Well, can I ask you what the sound effect was, John?
It was HD. Hot. Yeah.
Okay. All right. I think I know where you're going
Yeah.
with this. All right.
And that's what they would play. So, like, when a song would come on, it was very typical of Q94 and the jocks to, a song's coming in, and all of a sudden there's a break in the song for like a second. Before it kicks back in. And that's the perfect place to put HD.
Wow.
And that's what they would do. And so they were like, you guys need to knock this off on the weekends and all this other stuff. And they got back to looking at the numbers, and he looks at the numbers after chastising them and going, he saw how good they were doing on the weekends. He goes, you guys do whatever you want.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Funny stories like that.
What station is Bob Summers on?
I'm sorry?
What station is Bob Summers on now?
Unfortunately, he's not. He would once in a while fill in for my dad at a station in Charlottesville, but and I believe he's getting rid of his studio. He had a studio in downtown Richmond, and he did a lot of production and commercials. I think he had James Earl Jones come out and voice something at one point in time, and. But as far as radio, I don't think he's done radio in quite some time. Most of those people aren't in radio anymore. Some of them still are, but most of them have gotten out.
Who was there?
Oh, it was like people like Tom Ogburn. Let's see, I mentioned Bill Drake. Now he's on.
He's still around.
Yeah, he's still around. He's on Richmond radio. He's at multiple stations, I believe. And but he knew all about flow. I thought that was interesting because he was asking me questions about it. And that was the first time I'd ever met him. And the names are all escaping me now, but I mean it was all familiar faces, people from back in the day, and it was neat. My dad was there, obviously. It was cool just hearing stuff about the old days and. Way when radio was fun and everything was practically live, and because it had to be really. But yeah, I miss all that stuff. Radio is not what it used to be. What's that?
Was it all live back then?
Yeah, it was pretty much. I mean, there was always stations out there that were automated to a degree, but that was more rare back in the day. Now it's commonplace. But yeah, you had to have. What was it? They were talking about how many jocks they had, and so probably not counting part timers. I mean, I guess you would have close to 7, or there was a time where they had like maybe 7 jocks. But that was back when everybody had a lengthy shift. I mean, you at the least you're averaging 4 hours, at least. And so you had overnight guys. I mean, that were on till the morning guys showed up. So, yeah, that was back when you had to have some. If you weren't automated, which most stations weren't, you had to have somebody on physically. And the only reason Flow never did it was because they typically signed off until they had the satellite, and once they got that, they just let that on all night. But I remember physically at night signing off at a certain time when I first worked there. Well, I guess we got to get going. So you have a great rest of your day. Thanks for calling in, and we'll talk at you next time, all right? All right, take care. Bye. All right, guys, that's it.
Wow.
Noah, you get to do that interview tomorrow.
All
We'll
right.
be tuning in
Very
for
exciting. Yep.
WFLO AM 870 Farmville.
ABC News, I'm Sherry Preston. The Senate reconvening in about a half hour to work on the president's budget bill as a former big-time Donald Trump ally is speaking out against it.
Upping the pressure, billionaire Elon Musk weighing back into the political fray after exiting the administration last month, saying the bill will destroy millions of jobs in America, labeling it utterly